Hey friends, and welcome back to my studio. If you're new here, my name is Sinja. I'm an illustrator from Germany, creating teeny tiny illustrations of teeny tiny animals in very cute and cozy nature scenes. Right now, I love to embrace all the autumn illustrations, so of all the animals in the woods and amongst colorful leaves, and this is just my favorite time of the year. With these vlogs, I love to take you behind the scenes of running an art business. Last week was a very quiet one for me as I was mostly sick in bed and couldn't work at all. I caught a massive flu, and so I was not spending any time in my studio. So as soon as I was feeling better, I started to ease myself into work again by tidying the studio and decorating for fall. I love to make my studio as cozy as possible. Creating illustrations is my passion, and I create best if I feel comfortable and cozy. So therefore autumn is my favorite season. I got some new tiny mushrooms to place around the studio, and also got some fake branches and leaves to switch with my old spring and summer like plants that I use for my product photography. And yeah, I started decorating the studio to make it look autumnal. Sometimes running my own business can be quite exhausting and stressful. I myself am not a full time creator. I still work a regular part time job as a teacher in a kindergarten, which gives me a lot of peace of mind when it comes to earning money with my art business. But still, I want to create the best illustrations I can and treat this business just like I would treat it if it was a full time job. Especially when I'm unwell, I notice how hard it is to be your own boss. Taking time off like that is hard since no one else is going to do that work for you while you recover. And this sometimes puts me under a lot of anxiety and makes it really hard for me to allow myself to recover and push tasks and deadlines to a later point. Even with self chosen deadlines or tasks, I'm just a very hard boss on my own business, I think, which usually is very helpful. And I think it got me to where I am today with the business. But especially at this point, I could be a little easier on myself sometimes. If you're a creator yourself, do you recognize yourself? And are you a hard boss as well? Or are you nice to yourself and allow yourself to take time off and time to recover? Starting work again by spending time on making my studio as cozy as possible and ready for the upcoming season was the best thing I could do. It is still somewhat creative, but also gets me back into being in the studio without jumping straight back into all the to-dos that were waiting for me and have piled up over the last week. After all, like I said, it's my passion and I never want to be something I have to push myself to do. So, all in all, I think it is even better for me that I actually have to stop myself at times. Decorating the studio also reminded me of an LED strip I wanted to install at my desk and my printer setup. And this was the perfect time to do that. So, it is ready for the darker months when I'll be mostly spending time in my studio in the dark. And yeah, it'll be cozy then. Another thing I eased myself into work with was an experiment. I have been seeing so many creators make their own magnetic bookmarks over on Instagram, so I wanted to give it a go. I had some magnets already in the studio because I wanted to make some last year already, but never got around to doing so. And now I had two illustrations floating around for autumn that I think are perfect for becoming a bookmark like that. So let me know how you like them, and I definitely will have a look into different kinds of magnets though, because some of the ones I have are not that strong. But as a trial, this went very well. I will have to keep working on the packaging though, but that's a task for next week. But I think I'm gonna put them in the shop, so if you want one, I'm gonna let you know on Instagram or on Patreon when these will be ready and in the shop. So I hope you liked this very cozy getting back into work after being sick for a week vlog. And I see you next week for a very exciting video. I'm gonna test out a new tool, but more on that next week. So see you next week and talk to you soon. Bye!